Can you believe this? We arrive in Faroe Islands, and this is the last country we are gonna make because we make every single one of them. At least I hope so. Probably I'm gonna miss a few of them each and there, but most of the countries, territories, sovereign states, stuff like that, we did it on this channel, which I guess it's quite an accomplishment. After almost a year since I started this journey, I finished, and today this is the last video on this one. It's Faroe Islands, which is a Danish kind of a sovereign state territory, whatever, but still we have to make this one. After this one, I'm gonna take a break, and probably next year in 2026 I'm gonna go back and make what I promise, every single state of the United States of America, for God's sake. So that's gonna be even a more interesting journey. But now let's finish this strong. So Faroe Islands has around 56,000 people, as you can see, and rising. But let's see how well they're doing in this part of the land, in this part of the world. How well those people live here. And I have to be honest with you, I think they're gonna see a lot of Iceland vibes here, I would say. But yeah, wow, look at this. What is this from phone signal? I don't know, but they choose a really good weather to make those 360 and street views. So good for them. Good for them. That's a really nice construction. Look at this. How hard is to build those green roofs? Because I heard that you need to be very, very watertight, and it's not that cheap, and it's gonna cost you quite a lot of money. And I'm not sure because I can see them everywhere. I'm not sure if that's like a requirement to have them. Absolutely must have, or you don't get the permit to build or stuff like that. But seems to use them, and I guess they're using pretty well because probably they have like a really good efficiency there. So yeah. What else can we see here? Yeah, we have some long roads with that lighthouse, which is looking pretty good. But let's go in a more urban area. And even here on the top of the island, at the bottom of the island, best said, we have paved roads. And like I say, just give you that Iceland vibe, Greenland even. But again, it's like a Danish territory, like I say. So yeah, it's close to that. They have a Renault here, a Clio, which is very nice to see those small cars so far away from the continent. It makes it even more interesting in my opinion. They have that Hilux there. This is what, 2024, so it got even very recently here. So they got in Faroe Islands, and they didn't go in Isle of Man, for God's sake. So yeah, looking pretty good so far, I have to say. These fences, not so great, I have to say. It's a waste of materials, a waste of money, waste of energy, waste of time. You do not need them. There are like 5 people on the island, for God's sake. You're not gonna get your shit stolen, and those people are gonna get away with those. So yeah, I don't think it's a problem. I like this parking lot. Hopefully it's for free, for God's sake. I hope they don't try to squeeze people for every single money that they have. Any single, I don't know what currency they're using here. The Danish crown or euros or whatever they have, but I hope they don't go for this nonsense. Wow, they have Audis here and Volkswagen Golf here. This one's a petrol engine, which is pretty good. Front yard's pretty good. I'm not sure exactly what this one it is, but I guess it's something like the kids play with that. I don't know. Overall, I like it so far, I have to say. Yeah, this is a far away, I guess, from the major towns. So we're gonna go there and see how things really go there. But Iceland, from what I remember, I make the video probably immediately after Cyprus or before that, I don't know. But it was a really good experience. But I remember I said like it's nice, but it feels boring. Probably here it's gonna be the same thing, but I'm not saying that a bit of the boring it's the end of the world. It's just, yeah, you kind of have to adapt to that, I will say. And not many people can do that, and it's not going to be an easy task in the same time. So if you want to move there, be prepared. Wow, they have what is that? A ram just sitting there on this lawn. That's crazy. Those houses probably like from the sandwich panels, I guess. I'm not sure. Probably like more cheaper to build, more efficient, whatever. This is what, 2024, so very recently. Wow, that's a really nice Volvo. I think that's an S40, which is really nice one. I really like those cars when they release them. Really good. You have the petrol engine, the naturally aspirated one. You can drive those forever. Now with those turbocharged ones, yeah, good luck with that if you go past 100,000 miles without major issues. So far, yeah, the road not so great, I have to say. It's not that pleasing to drive here. But again, I guess it is what it is. It's just, yeah, this is how things are here. Housing, on the more modest side. Oh, they have a Tesla here. Good for them. Yeah, I think it's on the modest side. Not something crazy, but again, we kind of came from Monaco, came from Liechtenstein, we came from Switzerland, we came from Luxembourg, and maybe we kind of asked too much. But we saw what we saw, and now we have to compare another S40. Good for them. They're choosing good quality cars, and they seems to maintain them very well. So good for them. Yeah. Okay. This is kind of a small town, so I don't think like it's something crazy. Like it's not a main one, so we can actually judge them very harshly. But it's decent. You know, it's good. It's okay. It's fine. What else we have here? A bit more newer construction, I would say, but the same style, the same design, housing pretty good also. They have like brand new cars here. If you go drunk here, you can just park the car inside your house, for God's sake. Yeah, same problem. Not that many people on the street, so that's small issue, I would say, because that, again, I understand that they're a small populated island, but we have to, wow, that's really actually island. It's an island on the island. I mean, like most of them, they're islands on the island, so yeah, it's not gonna be easy to travel between them, I guess, if you don't own a boat. Otherwise, I don't see you have like a plane or something like that. It's gonna be way too expensive. So we are very, very remote here on those islands. If you stay one of those, ooh, what is that, like grocery shopping? Yeah, if you have residents on those islands, and the connection between people here, it's not gonna be that easy. So yeah, those people probably 100%, they know every single one of them. They know each other so well, and have like the south town and the north town here, and maybe who knows, can you have some rivalry between them? I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to say anything bad, but it feels again the same story, like a bit boring. And I think that Iceland was a bit even better made, I have to say. I think like the houses were a bit more quality so far. So far. Now we're going to a major town here. So yeah, now we're gonna see like the economic now. We're gonna see the powerhouse. So let's see how well they're doing here. So yeah, you can see it a bit better, a bit better. Interesting houses here, small windows, which is not exactly my thing. A very expensive car here. It's an Audi. Not sure exactly what happened there, but they have to fix that. Houses, yeah, a bit on the better side, I have to say. Yeah, bit a better side. Not a huge amount, but still, that's a nice Kia there. Good for them. I don't know exactly how those people make their money. I mean, like, how many jobs they can have, how much money they can get paid for it, how much local economy. What's happening if you go outside? You're gonna, I don't know. It does. Probably they need help. Like probably they get money from Danish government. I don't know. At least I think so. Otherwise, I can imagine such a small local economy that can survive anything. To be honest, it's just, it doesn't feel like they're gonna have. Oh, look at this. They have like green roof, and not all of them, but some of them they have green, nice roof. How much? How many things you can produce on such a small island that you can sustain yourself? That I don't think it's the same problem with Greenland. They depend of Danish government to survive. Otherwise, they will not be able to do so. Yeah, what's happening here? Like a parking lot for a mall? Yeah, I think it's, wow. How many books they have? How many times they read here? Let's check this highway. Oh, that's a really nice thing. Politi. That's a police building. That's way too big. I don't think they need that much. Then that's the stadium. They want to see that too. I don't think they need that much police here. Probably like have like one case a year. The stadiums, wow, looking pretty good. Unfortunately, we cannot see them. But let's check them this one. Yeah, it's just from outside. You're not gonna see just the parking lot. Yeah, that sucks. What else can we find here? We have some houses each and there, but I want to check these ones. I mean, it's nice. Definitely housing is better here, but again, it's like the main city or something like that. So yeah, it makes sense to make it more. Oh, that's an interesting car. Probably better pay, better wages, much more better connection between those. Oh, look at the boats here, pretty nice. Between the mainland and this town, this city. I mean, city. It's city by their standards. By our standards, it's like just a town. But they're looking pretty good, so I'm not gonna hold that against them. It's pretty good. This is 2021, just in a pandemic here. Wow, January 2021, it's full blow pandemic. And it's kind of a night here, so I guess not that many people living on the outside. Oh, maybe they have one of those times when they got. I don't think it's not. It's way too south to have like 6 months of darkness and 6 months of light, but probably they get close to that. Not 6 months or anything crazy like that. That's a really nice house with big windows. Good for them. Great lands, some interesting sculpture here. I'll say so. Yeah, yeah, very nice, very good, very good. Overall, I kind of like it again, but the same boring feeling. That I don't want to be rude or anything like that. Just have the same. I hate those uh, powerhouses. Magic. I think they call it mules. I don't know exactly how they call it. This wind energy just looks so ugly. Yeah, they produce renewable energy, whatever. But look how bad the land. I mean, look how nice it is here, except those ones here, and how bad it looks with those ones. Like just, it feels like visual pollution to me. It's just, it's not worth it. No, no, thank you. Wow, that's a really nice lake here, and some sort of ugly dog. But the lake is nice. I mean, like you can bath there, you can take a bath. I mean, you can go in an ocean, and it'd be pretty good. But wow, this guy probably is very happy here. I have to say, it's a farmer maybe. I don't know, but it's very happy with his views. They have like really good roads here, except this one, but it's like more of the countryside roads. So I guess it's fine. That's a river here. Wow, that's even more crazy. I mean, look at this view. It's great. Wake up in the morning and have something like that to see, compared with what we have others in the cities and the smells. Oh, don't remember that. Yeah, pretty bad, pretty bad. But overall, the land absolutely amazing. Housing, they could be better, but again, probably they don't have that much money either. I mean, like we look at them as really rich and all that stuff, probably, but or maybe they don't have that much interest of the house. But you can have that much interest in cars either. I mean, like don't have that many roads for God's sake. The house is like pretty much whatever you're gonna spend most of your time, most of your life here. Yeah, buy a Model 3 and you're good to go. That's it. And some solar panels to make sure you have juice for your battery and you're good to go. Anything else? Not so much, I have to say. Yeah, it's good. It's fine. It's cozy. Probably people here they have like a good time. Oh, that's an E class. Is class? No, it's an E class. I think it's an S class. No, it's an E or C class. I don't know. An S class would be crazy here. It's like be like, wow, that's a really rich guy having an S class in Faroe Islands. Probably gonna be someone that has one, but he has to be really rich. I mean, if you want to open a business here, where do you start? What kind of business can you build here that have some sort of success? I imagine you cannot build anything, any business here that it's gonna be much harder to make it. I don't know. They have some decent, let's say, population numbers, but not that much. But they seem to have a lot of money, I guess. But where they got those money? Probably from the Danish government. But how much the Danish government can sustain this? And how much? I mean, what exactly they produce here? Fish? What exactly did they have so much money, for God's sake? It's crazy. And I get so much money because they're living in a nice houses. They have nice cars. And it seems like there are 3 people on these islands. And they're doing better than most of us on the continent, for God's sake. Yeah. Of course I'm jealous. Nice boats. They can travel, I guess, between the islands. I mean, overall, it looks nice. a lot of land to build, but for some reason they're jamming everyone together in those small properties. Okay. For whatever reason that's happening. I mean, let's check this one. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. And I guess all the land, it's kind of it's not exactly flat lands here, but I guess it is what it is. They have a sewage. Where do they go with the water from the sewage? They can't just dump it in the ocean. That'd be insane. They have it, so yeah. Oh, let's check this one. Made by this guy with his camera. Good for you, buddy. Just like definitely a local, I would say. And he traveled a lot for those 360 and street views for us to show us. Wow, that's crazy. I guess you have to go there, leave the boat there, and I mean, look at this how remote they stay here, for God's sake, and even have cars here. That's insane. And they have paved roads, for God's sake. Yeah, where are you gonna get parts for your car? How you get fuel for your car? How expensive it's gonna be? I mean, how much money those people can make on these tiny islands, to be honest, to afford all of those things? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Definitely you have to have some subsidies from the government. There is no way you can do it by yourself there. Or some crazy prices or whatever you catch a fish, like $1,000 a fish or something like that. I don't know. Has to be something crazy to support themselves 100%, which I don't think is gonna happen because I don't see it how. Yeah, overall, I mean, again, wow, look at this street view here. It's all over the place. Look at the roads here. Very, very nice. I mean, cars. Oh my God, because that was BMW there. We missed that one. I know he was here, but now he's gone. It's absolutely insane. All right, it's crazy how they have it here. But they seems to work it for them. I mean, look at this in these remote islands. Very good roads. But I guess this is what's happening in cars. This is happening when you don't have that much traffic. And I truly love those green roofs. Looks so great, so great. Yeah, they have signs. Like you need signs here, for God's sake. There are like 5 people on the island and they know every single road. For God's sake, don't need signs there. Not sure exactly what's happening here. Like some sort of a grocery store. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And have a minibus here. There are like 5 people on this island. You don't need a minibus. Where are they gonna go, for God's sake? Here? Oh my God, they have people here, for God's sake. How are they living here? This guy is a farmer, 100%. I'm not sure exactly what is farming here. I mean, where is to farm here? I don't see any crops. I mean, I see some sort of a silos there, but maybe this land. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, if they manage somehow to be sustainable there, it's good for them. Oh, let's check this one. Looks pretty nice. Whoa, so much cliffs here. I mean, look at this one. Great. Oh, they have some caves here. Yeah, you have to wear a helmet. So pussy. What's gonna happen? Goddamn mountain's gonna fall on your head, for God's sake. Don't be so pussy with those helmets. The safety, again, the safety. Everything in the name of the safety. Take all the fun of it. Yeah, this is a church with a cemetery. It looks pretty good. I mean, like, it looks pretty nice. Have a vacation here, or maybe have some sort of a relatives here. You go there to stay for 3 months, and then you go crazy and go home and never go back. It's interesting experience, I have to say, but I don't know. Living here for the entire life. Wow, that's wow. I mean, you have to complain about something. It just there's no way you're gonna survive there without complaining. I mean, I couldn't. I mean, I stay here and still complain. I mean, without complaining, it just life has no meaning. And I'm sure I'm gonna find to complain something about everywhere I go. So it's pretty good to me, I guess. I'm kind of safe. I mean, it doesn't matter where I go. I have to complain about something. It's just the way we are. Whoa, what are those pipes here? I don't think they have sewage pipe just leave them on the free there. I guess they have to catch, yeah, they have some sort of a switch here. So yeah, they catch this used water and they filter, I guess. They recycle. Wow, those are expensive Hondas, by the way. It's kind of weird choice of the cars here. What the fuck? It's like clearly they go here. What is, let's see, let's check which month they go here. Probably it's gonna be something in the summer. It's like, yeah, it's like July or something like that. Otherwise it's be full of snow here. So, or maybe it's not full of snow. Otherwise everyone is gonna drive like, oh shit, it's gonna fucked up that car. It's gonna take like a year until the parts are gonna get here. I guess they don't have that much snow because they have, seems to have like, not every single car of them, they're like a 4x4, an SUV or stuff like that. It seems to have even some of those small cars. That was a bus station? I think it's a bus station. They're looking pretty good. So I guess very civilized people. Good for them. Good for them. I mean, they have some sort of, look at this, some 4x4s, but they have even those Fiesta. I mean, like that's a station wagon, BMW 3 Series. So I guess they don't have that much snow. I mean, I can imagine this car in like 2 meters of snow, for God's sake. I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, this one I can imagine that's made for snow pretty much. It's gonna feel pretty good. But those Citroens, those small ones, hey, we have some people here. Nice river here that goes down. Yeah, probably they see the Google Street Car is like, whoa, what is that? An alien? Yeah, I think we see enough. I mean, like, they are pretty interesting land here, I have to say. But, ooh, living here entire life, wow. Probably people there just go to Denmark and say it's much better there. I mean, it's nice, it's crazy. Maybe you get born there, you go to college in Denmark and never go back until you go old and you wanna die here home, I assuming. But otherwise, living here, I'm not sure exactly how they survive there, how the economy, how they doing, how sustainable it is. Because otherwise, you have a really dark cloud above your head that the Danish government is gonna stop your subsidies. You're kind of dead here. And probably everything is gonna be uber expensive because it's a small island with not that many people on that. So it has to be expensive. Housing here should be, in my opinion, cheap. Once you have the materials there, of course. Otherwise, I'm not sure. Let's go to the population. Let's check the numbers and then maybe we can go back and see a bit more of that. But that's crazy to me. 56,000 people, as you can see. But look at this. 1955, 32,000 people with 0.3% increase rate. That'll be like 90 people. So I guess they know every single one of them. Migration on minus. Yeah, back then, minus 376. Median age, 25 years old. Fertility rate, 3.5. Wow, that's crazy. Density, 23 per square kilometer. Still a lot for such a small population and pretty decent island, I would say. Urban population, 18% back then with 6,000 people to manage. Yeah, that's pretty easy. But look at this. Fast forward to 2025. 56,000 people living in this land. So not exactly double, but they're getting close to that with 1% increase rate. So wow, they accelerate that. That would be like 602 people per year net change. And migration on plus. So people actually going there, 386 in 2025 alone. And they have pretty high numbers, I would say, except 2010 and probably in a financial crisis, I will assume. But again, 2005, the same. They have a minus, but pretty much they have on plus again, except wow, it's huge, much exodus here from 19th. Back to 2025, median age 37 years old, so they got older, but not huge amount. Fertility 2.2, wow, well, probably that's why they have, but they still have a pretty huge migration too for such a small island again. 2.2 fertility rate, yeah, those numbers goes down, but still crazy. I'm like, above replacement rate, not that many countries in Europe can say, or territories in Europe can say that they have 2.2 fertility rate. It's definitely something here. Urban population around 40% with 22,000 people to manage. Yeah, good luck with that. It's not that hard. Forecast by 2050 population is still on the uptrend, like 63,000 people, and then we can say, yeah, double than 1955. 0.30% increase rate. So yeah, even that increase, they're going down. Yearly change around 180 people, and migration kind of slows down 17. Again, it's forecast, so not exactly very accurate, but seems to say that the people is gonna stop coming there, I guess. Wow. Median age 40 years old, so older than the 2050, then 2025, but still not that much. So I guess no hurry there. Fertility rate, they go below replacement for the first time. They say in 2050, but still very high. 1.97 is like still very good, especially from 2050 in Europe. Wow, could be some sort of a record here. Density 45 people per square kilometers, and urban population around 46% with 28,000, 29,000, let's say, to manage. Not that hard, I have to say. Wow. What's the name? Torshavn. Very Nordic name, 100%. That's crazy. Fertility rate above replacement rate. Okay. People still pouring in there. I guess migrants, but I'm not sure. Probably it's gonna be from Denmark. I mean, I don't know anyone that say, "Oh, we know where we're gonna go. We can go in Faroe Islands, for God's sake." It's crazy, absolutely crazy. 1990s, 15,000 people here. Okay, and they gradually grow and grow and grow. So I guess things are improving there, right? Pyramid, as you can see, they have a solid base, for God's sake. Wow, we're not gonna see that in Europe. Not very often. I would like to see if they have some sort of migrants. Languages, yeah. Faroes. 93%. I guess it's different than Danish. Okay, 3% Danish and Nordic language 0. something percent. European language 1 point. Yeah, not that much. Population by place of birth in 2011 census. Okay, let's check with this one. So almost 90% of people were born in Faroe Islands. Denmark proper. Okay, 7%. Greenland 0.3. So they see exactly the same culture, the same pretty much country, for God's sake. And elsewhere in EU 0.65%. Elsewhere in Nordic almost 1%. Elsewhere in Europe 0.34%. So I guess the migrations still are from the same culture, which is good. Then we don't have a problem with that. They're doing very, very well in that department. Let's say population by island. Yeah, I have a lot of island, and the main population is gonna be in Strejonoikalo. I cannot pronounce every single one of those islands. Almost every single one finish in a U. Yeah, in a U. Yeah, every single one of them, and zero population on this island. I guess it's not, and just 2 people on this one. Wow, that should be a pretty nice island. Just 2 people there, for God's sake. You just have just 1 people there. It's like, wow, that's the perfect one. So I guess, yeah, I guess most of them, they birthed the population. Actually, not exactly clear. There are still like 48,000 people, and then there's 56,000 people. I'm not sure exactly they count for every single one of them, but this is from 2011. So I guess in 2011, I'll have to take some real data here, was 48,000 people. So, okay, it's pretty accurate, I would say. But they still have some numbers that left out. But most of the population came in for the same culture, same background. So, yeah, it's not gonna be an issue. But it's interesting how they got so pretty high numbers. And even in fertility rate, if the migration again is from similar culture, similar countries, for God's sake, pretty good for them. So I guess they're doing pretty well there. Economic wise, let's see how they're doing in economic. Wow, GDP 2.8 billion US dollars in 2017. So probably that got a bit higher now. I hate they don't actualize those numbers. 7.5% in 2013. Yeah, doesn't help me that much. In 2017 was 54,000, I think is nominal per capita, which is pretty good. Again, I don't know how they get those numbers. So I'm gonna say agriculture 16%, industry 29%. What kind of industry they have? The agriculture, I kind of see some farmers there. Okay, services 55%. Inflation 2019, just before pandemic, 1.3%. Okay, population below poverty line 10%. Below poverty in 2018 in this country like that with so much money, they have still population below poverty. That's pretty strange, isn't it? Unemployment, for God's sake, 1.7% in 2019, just before pandemic. Yeah, 2020, 50%. Something like that. Main industry, fishing. So a lot of them, they fishing processing. Okay, that's why they make their money, I guess. Fish farming, small ship repairs, and refurbishment, and handicrafts. How much money can you make from that? Fishing, I can understand. So yeah, probably a lot of them. How much is gonna be the fish? How much you pay for a goddamn fish, for God's sake? You make that much money for one fish? They export that much money. They import that much money. They export a lot to Russia. Wow. Why they export fishing to Russia? Yeah, Russia, United States, United Kingdom, and then Denmark. Okay, but they import a lot from Denmark. I see. Okay, so not exactly a good balance in the trade. Import and export, yeah. Imports a lot from Denmark, exports a lot to Russia. Okay, so I have the local currency is gonna be the same as the Danish one, the Danish crown, DKK. Nice fish farming here. Nice. I heard that's really bad, but yeah, fuck it. Who cares right now? You say sovereign state, kingdom of the goddamn Denmark. So it makes sense, I guess. What else can we see? Capital. It's I'm not gonna try to pronounce that again. It's just way too hard for me. Official language is Faroese and Danish. Religion and Christianity, Church of the Faroe Island. Wow, they have their own church. Pretty good, I guess. That was interesting. How much percent of them they believe in religion? They go for that, I guess. Water 0.5%. They are covering water, for God's sake. I guess it's not fresh water. So yeah. Well, when they're gonna have the system, like I said, they're gonna have like you put a water in a can, and on the other side it's gonna be fresh. It doesn't matter which water you put, like salty water, ocean water, and it's like pretty nice, clean water to drink. That'll be a really good invention. It's gonna save a lot of life and it's gonna prove and push the civilization even harder and harder in front. So that's gonna be good. Again, per capita, 58,000 US dollars in 2019 before pandemic. So I will assume now it's much higher than that. Hilly development, very high. Yeah, those people we know, they are very civilized. What else can we see here? Yes, I guess fishing is the main industry, but is that expensive? I mean, fish is expensive. Probably that's why it's expensive, so they can pay for those stuff. I don't know. Even when I go to Lidl, it's like I feel like wow, like 2-3 euros, 100 grams of fish. It's like crazy. It's like what the fuck is going on here? It's just a fish, for God's sake. Not supposed to be that expensive. Government and politics, Kingdom of Denmark. This is the king. Wow, I don't know exactly how many metals he has on this chest here, right here, but I guess it's very hard to tie his shoes and come back again from that. This is, I think, the prime minister. Or I'm mistaken. Yeah, prime minister of Denmark, and this is prime minister of Faroe Islands. Wow, it really is a bad picture here with them. They couldn't make a better one, for God's sake. Is the goddamn prime minister. Okay, I guess they make him dirty in that one. Housing again, we comment about that with good and bads. I guess they like their leaders here. Okay, fine. They're going for that. Wow, that's a nice stamp here. Pretty good. And another one. Oh, this guy not so much, but that one was much better. Very good roads. I guess yeah, you make a road there, it's gonna stay there forever, no repairs, because like 5 people that drive there. So yeah, probably they import a lot of cars. They have some sort of a dealer shop there, or it's just they go in Denmark, they buy the car there, they put them on the ferry, and they just came here. I don't know the logistic of that, but you know, probably if you need parts for anything, then it's gonna be much more expensive. You have to wait much more for them to arrive. So yeah, they have that festival, yeah, when they kill whales, and I think they stop at some point. I'm not sure. Look at the Chinese guy here. Yeah, well, in 2018, I think they stop it. I think like there was some backlash between them. It's tradition, I get it for them, yeah. So you can see even the civilized people, they commit murder like this, mass murder. I mean, it's tradition. It's their tradition. It's the way it is, but it shows some interesting pictures here with like the water is bloody red, for God's sake, from the blood of the whales. But yeah, this guy, I guess it's a local champions of swimming. Good for him. We have some sort of a local fashion and a lot of flags here. Probably they some sort of a national day, right? A piece of the two. Okay, whatever. So yeah, overall, it was worth it for last country that we checked. I think it does. I mean, like we finished pretty strong with one of those clearly European countries, Nordic countries, very civilized, very cultural people, I would say. Very European again. Yeah, so I guess they live their lives, they revolve around fishing industry, but again, how much can you fish? How much can you sustain that? And crazy enough, they have migrants here. The population is going up. People choose to go here, mainly for the Nordic countries. From what we saw, sir, at least what I think. Oh, that's a really expensive Kia. What the fuck? They have really expensive car here, and that's an Audi, for God's sake. And this is 2024. That's crazy. That's crazy parking, by the way. It's really crazy. how much money they can produce with. I guess they go in the vessel and fishing and all that stuff, but uh, on that part, I mean, like, you get bored of fishing, I'm sure of that. But but still, they produce a lot of money and a good living here. And that's a brand new house and it looks pretty good comparing with this one. So they have some nice ones too. Probably again it's gonna be extremely expensive, or they make like from prefabricated materials. It's like from the wood, this one, which is not that great. But I guess it's easier to transport them on the island. They just start built from concrete and bricks and all that stuff. So yeah, I guess it's much cheaper, cheaper than the other variants. Still, it's gonna be expensive because the ferries and all that stuff. But yeah, we have a dog here. We have a person outside for the first time that we saw. It's a nice Volvo. That's a nice house. That's even a better house there. So I guess they have some new construction there, each and there. Another person outside, for God's sake. Wow, with oh, it's the same one with the same dog. Ah, it's the same one, yeah. Yeah, overall they're doing pretty well here. That's a heat pump, I assuming. I'm not sure, maybe I'm mistaken, but it seems to be like that. They have, for I don't know, those civilized countries, for God's sake, we see them everywhere except in Eastern Europe. They have those trampolines for their kids. I assuming it's for the kids. I mean, like, that's how you know you are civilized enough. If you have one of those trampoline in your house, in your home, it's a sign of civilization. Like, it's of the Western civilization. They like trampolines there in the west of Europe, and even in America we saw a few of them. So yeah, they have some sort of a fuel here for these buses. Overall, it's nice. We finished strong. I mean, we really finished strong, for God's sake. Good for us. Good for us. Some really expensive labor here, I will assume, again. Yeah, overall, we have a nice stadium there. Overall, it's pretty good. Again, I'm not sure if I'm made for this one. I mean, I have to live here for my entire life. Some of those people seems to do pretty well. I guess, again, fishing industry, pretty well, pretty well. I'm not sure exactly what's happening here. Probably, again, fishing industry. Yeah, I don't know. But they're doing pretty well. I guess that's why they keep the price of the fish so high, so they can subsidize those territories, those countries, and they charge us a lot of money for those fish. Seriously, I don't understand why the fish is so goddamn expensive. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, I think we can finish here for this year. Wow. I guess Merry Christmas and Happy New Year if you stay that long with the video. We're gonna see you back in 2026. We're gonna look at, like I said, we're gonna start looking at the United States. We're gonna do all 50 states, and that's gonna be a really interesting journey. See how those people live there. But yeah, we already see so many movies. We kind of know what to expect. But I wanna do it anyway. I wanna make those videos. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break until next year, just a few weeks, I guess. I don't even know what is that. It's like December 11. So like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. And then in January, not sure exactly which one, the date, probably like not in the first week, just after that, we will see you back and continue the journey around the world and see even more than for those guys who cannot afford vacation, I guess, and still want to explore the world. I mean, even today I make all those videos, and again, the subscription and the base viewers, it's absolutely almost zero. So, but I kind of do this for fun. I kind of do it for myself. It seems like I'm talking here by myself with this mic, and nobody's watching. It is what it is, I guess. Maybe, who knows, after it's gonna be like one of those artists, you know, after you die, you're gonna see people that start watching your videos when it's gonna be too late. But at least it's gonna be some sort of legacy that I left behind. So I guess I'm cool with that too. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna stay with the United States. We're gonna start probably from the East Coast. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna see it. Or by population also. Pretty interesting. We will see. It's a lot to see there. It's a lot. It's like weird. A lot of things. A lot of interesting is gonna be there. But yeah, we finish strong. I do enjoy it. Those type of videos. I try to make it as simple as possible. I know a lot of people are gonna complain like there's no editing, no stuff like that. It's clearly no editing whatsoever. I have some hotkeys that control the the OBS and I press them and that's it. This is I start from like a few videos from now. Before that I have to do it in Premiere and make some I mean like lose some times. And now it's just hotkeys and directly add up to YouTube, so just no, absolutely no edit whatsoever. The thumbnail very simple, titles very simple. I don't want to go with clickbaits or stuff like that. I used to make it a bit more more interesting. Yeah, I just have like more views when I make those different thumbnails, but it was something that I wasn't that comfortable. It just I didn't like it. I like simple stuff. If you are here for nice stuff, probably I'm gonna start to make some videos. I just wanna listen to them, much shorter to attract more audience, because those long ones it's not gonna draw that much attention. So I'm gonna start to make some small videos like 6-8 minutes, something like that, talking about different issues that I have with different governments, I guess, or different places in the world. So yeah, maybe in this way we're gonna start attracting more audience, but the main one, like I said, I still like those exploration videos around the world. I think it's crazy that we have this amazing tool called Google Earth and Street Views. Clearly them they put a lot of money in those street views, and it's kind of feels bad not to taking advantage of them and explore them. Look at this, we explored the entire country, entire planet. We see, I'm sure maybe I missed a few small countries or territories. I'm sure there are a few of them even here in the South Pacific. I think look at this one, for example. I don't think we checked this one, but not even a street view or a 360 here. I think it's a Norwegian territory. I'm not sure. I remember I explored that by myself when I used to do those things like without recording them, just going around the planet and enjoying those kind of stuff. Weird stuff, or yeah, for someone, but I enjoy those stuff. And then I decided to make videos to see how maybe others will enjoy it. Who knows? So far, not that many, but we will see with time. Yeah, that was the last video for this year's. We finish what I was proposing, like finish all the countries or almost all the countries in the world. We see a lot. We truly see a lot. I know I'm start doing those. Not exactly. I mean, like they were kind of like in Spain that I did just a lot of countries just make the population and not the street views in that much detail, and some of them I didn't make at all. Maybe at some point, who knows, we're gonna have that much audience. I'm gonna ask them which country going next from those that we didn't do it, and start going from there. But most of them we done it right. We done it with the numbers, populations, economies, all that stuff, and the most important, the street views. See how things are going there. So yeah, I guess that's it. We're gonna finish here again. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for those who are watching, and we're gonna see you next year.